What's up, guys? Sean from Srkcycles.com, and I've got a 2007 Honda Shadow Aero. It's a cool bike. It's a 750. We're gonna take it for a spin. This is the of course the infamous test drive video. See what this thing feels like. I'll tell you if it runs well and goes through all the gears good. And then if you want to see more about it, check out the walk around video, where I go through this bike and I'll show you every little flaw, scratch, whatever, everything. You know all about this bike. Key is down here. Somehow I got the four-way flashers on. No, it's flashers. This bike has 10,000 miles on it. Here's my friend from the bounce house. The high beams are on. All right. See how it runs. And I didn't even put the choke on. This thing just fired right up. Didn't even need the choke. Now maybe the choke was already on. Nope. Now the 750 Shadow is that's an entry or mid-level bike. That's what I would consider it. The type of bike that if you're looking to get something and a Rebel is just way too small, and you're like, I don't want to buy a bike and have it for 2 weeks and sell it, which a lot of people do. I'm not saying it's not a bad idea. A lot of people do it. But this is a good bike. Everything about it's very forgiving. When I say forgiving, you know, it's very light. It's got a very light clutch. The throttle response. The throttle response isn't it's not very twitchy. You know what I mean? It doesn't. You know, it'll cruise at highway speeds, but it doesn't pull that hard. You know, all these things are good for a beginner rider. That's what you want. You want to learn how to ride the bike without having to learn how to handle the power at the same time. So that's the purpose of this bike. They're fine. You know, and I'm cruising, you know, 55 miles an hour right now. You know, it's not stressing it. RPMs are low. You know, they still have no problem doing 75. Just cruising at highway speeds, you know what I mean? You're gonna feel very comfortable. It's not gonna be like whining out like a little Rebel 250 would. But it's just not gonna, you're not gonna get there as fast as you can with a bigger bike. It's still probably faster than most cars are. So that's the type of person who should be getting a bike like this. And the good thing is, it's not a huge bike. It's not heavy at all. But it's not a small frame bike. You know, I'm 6'2", I feel pretty comfortable on it. You know, any adult could ride this bike, and people would look at you sitting riding, and they wouldn't think you're some big man in a tiny little bike. They'd be like, okay, he rides a motorcycle. I like that guy. I respect him. Unlike what you may feel like if you're driving like a Honda Grom and you're a grown man riding a little tiny, you know, a little tiny like clown bike. I'm not bashing the Grom. I think they're hilarious. They make me laugh. I'm sure they're fun. But you gotta admit, when you see someone riding one, you can't help but laugh at them and their purchase. I would expect it if I rode one. I'd be laughing too, you know. It's like driving like an Isetta, you know, just some tiny little car, like a smart car. It's kind of a joke. Just laugh with. But this is a, you know, it's a normal size bike. Here's the church. I just caught a glimpse of what the name of this church is. I had no idea. We'll look at it when I come back. This church is Evangelical Christian Baptist Church. They are evangelicals and Baptists and Christians. It takes a little while to get there, but it gets there. And it's very possible that for the person buying this bike, they'd be like, "We're talking about that bike was so fast." Is that? You know, I'm sure I would have felt the same way on my first bike, the first time I rode. You know, it's hard. You know, I don't. Not too many bikes really impress me that way anymore. But this bike's definitely fun. All bikes are fun. It's comfortable. I don't like the way the windshields look ever, but I like the way it keeps the wind off my face. And the rain. Guys, I sold a lot of bikes last month. I'm going to sell a lot of bikes this month. I'm looking to hit, probably sell another 20, 25 bikes this month. This one very likely will be one of them. I ship bikes all over the country. I'm getting a lot of customers just from YouTube. All they saw was they saw the walk around video, they saw the test drive video, they watched a bunch more of my videos, and they give me a call. A couple ways to get my number. I'll probably list it at the bottom of this bike, on the description, or check out my website, Srkcycles.com. You'll see my number on there. Just shoot me a text anytime, or give me a call during somewhat normal business hours. I'd love to talk to you about the bike. Work on shipping arrangements. I'll tell you about payment. I make it real simple. It's really easy to buy a bike from me. Like, beautiful day, a little windy, a little wet, but it's drying up really quick, and it's not that cold. It's in like the 50s. So if you're in Florida, you think it's really cold. If you're in New York, I just talked to a guy who I sold a chopper to up in New York. He was telling me it snowed 2 inches yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I told him it was in the 50s. He's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. He bought a really nice chopper, big dog mutt from me a couple weeks ago. All right, guys, check out the test or the walk around video for this thing. It's a nice bike. It's gonna be a great price for a 2007 with only 10,000 miles on it. Someone's gonna fall in love with this thing. Alright guys, subscribe. Click the subscribe button down below. Thank you very much.